Sunny Bonani, Sunny Bonani, Sunny Bonani. Look at me and my unicorn come. Oh, berries, mammy corns. hmm I'm loving my tea. It just it coats my tongue though. But I'm drinking oolong tea. Yeah, this is the oolong version. I like tea when it's in like a teacup, like a kettle. No, like these teapots, and I can drink my tea in a teapot. I really like high tea. I used to go to high tea a lot in Vegas at the Mandarin Oriental. They have the best high tea, honestly. But now it's the Mandarin Oriental is closed in Vegas. It's now the Waldorf. It's on the Strip. It's next to the Cosmopolitan. Now it's the Waldorf. I don't know if they have high tea, but I really love going to beautiful hotels and having high tea with scones. And because in South Africa we do that all the time, we have high tea. Yeah, like mothers will make scones and you put jam and a bit of butter and you put jam and you drink your scones and your jam with tea. So because the British are in South Africa, so they brought their high tea. But well, we do it whether you have a lot of money or not. You can still live in luxury. You can choose to live in luxury by the small little things that you do. You don't have to have billions of dollars. You don't have to have billions of dollars. You don't have to have even hundreds of thousands of dollars to live a good life. So today I would love for us to forgive ourselves for trying to escape the poverty cycle. I don't think we can ever escape the poverty cycle. It's a mindset thing. Some of the high So let me share with you. So when I was living in Japan, to buy ginger, just ginger, ginger, the root, and lemons would cost me like maybe like 7 lemons, fresh lemons, and enough ginger to last me a week, because I love drinking water, hot water with ginger every single day. Throughout the day too, when I'm teaching and I'm teaching a lot, then I'll drink some cold water. But during my breaks, I drink a lot of hot water with ginger. I grate the ginger and I squeeze the fresh lemon. And that's my drink. And I just keep drinking that. It coats my throat and I feel good. And I think it's also really good for my skin. It really has been good for my skin. Ginger, just hot water. In Thailand, it's a ginger land. Everything is, you can have like, I go to this one place, it's a coffee shop. Instead of buying coffee, I will have a ginger tea. It is so strong. You can like after I've had that ginger tea, I can speak to somebody and they're like, "Whoa, you've had ginger." I'm like, "Oh, it's that." But like especially when I'm detoxing, I'll have just like they slow press the ginger. For me here at home, I haven't started slow pressing my ginger. I should. Um, yeah, I usually just cut up my ginger and then I put it in like a tea kettle, and then I will keep putting hot water, and then that will be my drink for the day, because I can just keep putting hot water and then the ginger seeps into the hot water and the lemon and it just becomes potent. But like when I drink that, I feel so good. Even my throat is good. When you talk a lot and you teach, and I'm happy that I took time off to be able to rest and be able to come back, I think, wiser, maybe even more compassionate for myself, and so I can honestly be more compassionate towards humans. But I'm still on this evolutionary compassion. You must evolve, right? We must evolve. But the reason I'm telling you this is that in Japan, I would spend maybe like $20 or $30 for ginger and lemons. And it's a big thing for me to have lemon juice. I would rather not go and do my nails, and I would rather put that money towards buying my vegetables and because it's like lifelong health. But this is my thing, because I'm thinking to myself, if I have to end up in the hospital because of some kind of illness, because I didn't drink these green juices and I chose not to drink my ginger water because I'm like, oh, it's too expensive. How much is a hospital bill? You know what I mean? How much is a hospital bill? Okay, so the investment, okay, $30 a week, it's $120. If you go and do your nails twice and put on eyelashes, it's $120. Okay, once. Gel nail varnish is like $60. And then if you put on your eyelashes, it's $120, right? So you can invest your money in that, or you can invest. I was thinking I can invest my money in that, and okay, I'm gonna have pretty looking nails and pretty eyelashes, but what am I putting in my body? Or I can invest into a routine, a regimen, a health regimen of fruit and vegetables, green juices, and my ginger tea every day. Okay. I think this one is better because it gives me direct nutrients into my body. For me, that is wealth. The poverty, when I was living in the US, I realized that it's strategic. The poverty cycle is strategic. It's a mental game. It's not really about the money, it's a mental game. Because when I was living in the US, to buy organic food is so expensive. So it's easier to buy food that is like sprayed with a lot of pesticides. It's easier to buy box processed foods because you can feed your family with that and it will fill you up, but there's no nutritional value. So you're always hungry. That's why people are obese. Is because the food that they're eating has no nutritional value. So that's why they get sick. Like in the US, people get sick and then if they go to the hospital, that can just wipe them out. Your medical insurance in the US can wipe you out. Like you can literally go bankrupt because if you don't have insurance and you get sick, it could literally medical bankruptcy is the biggest thing. So yes, we can't avoid all sorts of calamities and atrocities and stuff like this, but we can escape the poverty cycle by thinking about how we spend our money differently. Just listen to that. First, we're going to start by forgiving ourselves, in even believing that poverty is a thing. Poverty is a thing. No, poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a mindset. If I eat bad food for 10 years, I'm not going to have great health. And I'm still going to invest the same amount because I used to watch people, and I used to just watch myself too in the US. Just the Starbucks twice a week, that's $10. If you eat out, that's another $20. If you buy wine, that's another $20. So you're going to spend $120 doing something. It might as well be a great investment into your health, so that down the line you're healthy and you're not having to take all the pills, because the pills cost a lot of money. But when you are down that line and you're 50 and you're 60 and you're taking pills, now you're on a fixed income, like government income. So you can't really escape the poverty cycle at that point. That's when people get angry. I've been working all my life and all I've got is this government pension. It doesn't even cover my medical bills. It doesn't cover anything. This is why people are angry. I would be angry too. And you should be angry. But at whom? And what does it help to be angry at the government? It doesn't help. What does it help to be angry at your company? It doesn't help. You're still angry. These companies, they continue with their lives. These government people, they continue with their lives. But your life is falling apart because you're like angry. Okay, I understand. We're all angry. It's okay to be angry and say, you know what, I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy. I'm in a cycle of just continuous debt, continuous poverty, continuous this, continuous this, continuous this. I am in this. Okay, so if I forgive myself for even believing that poverty is a thing, what? I could actually believe that abundance is a thing? Yes. How many breaths can I take at this moment? and I can pass out taking breaths and there'll still be more than enough oxygen. What a novel idea. Oh my God, if I plant a tomato seed today, 6 weeks from now, I'm going to have 120, 250 tomatoes that I can take. You know what? I see it here in the village. I love living in a small island because I see it. They go and pick bananas. And after those bananas, they put them there, just like they go and pick them. An hour later, they come back, they put them there, and I go and buy a banana. I'm like, this is genius. It's so nice to just get back to simple. When you see somebody go take a coconut and then take those same 10 coconuts and put them on the street there and sit there and wait for people to buy them. I'm like, there's no poverty. Poverty is a concept. Honestly, there's no poverty. Poverty is a concept. It's a mental concept. It's a mental construct. We cannot count the grains of sand at the ocean. We cannot, if you took your tomatoes, just take your tomato seeds and plant them. The earth will take care of everything. The rain will take care of everything. The sun will provide photosynthesis. The air will provide everything. You just need to go and till and look at your tomatoes. Maybe if it's not raining, you pour some water there and your tomatoes will become fine. You can eat your tomatoes, maybe you eat 30 tomatoes or 20 tomatoes, and then the rest you go and sell. You're going to have money. You're going to have money. And you can take that money and you can start investing in something else. You can pay for school. You can do this. Are people going to laugh at you when you sell tomatoes? Aha, yeah, maybe. Ooh, look at her. She's so low. She's selling tomatoes. What do you care? You're proving to your own consciousness that poverty is not a thing. Honestly. Okay, let's say you don't sell your tomatoes. Maybe you live in the US and you're just planting there in your own like garden here, a little bit balcony garden. Because I see a lot of people that have balcony gardens in the US, like New York City, San Francisco, stuff like this. Even Los Angeles, they have balcony gardens. Okay, so maybe your tomatoes plant gives you 80 tomatoes. Now you can freeze these tomatoes and you can eat tomatoes you have enough tomatoes if you just put them in the fridge for like 2 months. How much are your tomato bills? You can make pasta sauce with these tomatoes. So now you're not going to buy the canned stuff that costs $5, $10, because your tomatoes they just keep giving you freely. The tomato, God just keeps giving freely. So now if you're not spending, let's say maybe a month, $30 on tomatoes, you've got $30 to pay some debt off or some bill. Let's say maybe you're not like you've got, like think about how much pizza people eat, pasta people eat. If you have 80 tomatoes from one tomato plant, all of that pasta, that pizza, all of those tomatoes, you could literally bottle up those tomatoes, put them in the freezer, or cut them up, slice them up, put them in the freezer, and you've got enough tomatoes for 2 months. What could you do with an extra $100? And if you became really creative, you could get together with your friends and say, "Oh my God, I've got like 10 tomato plants, and they are producing 800 tomatoes. I have this project, and I would love to supply you with good, wholesome, organic tomato paste or tomato sauce, and it's homemade." And now you've got a business from freaking tomato seeds. That's why I love going to the flea market. I love going to like what is it? Not flea markets, but farmers markets. Farmers markets. Because at farmers markets, people bring whatever they've made at home. Soaps, all of these organic things, these interesting sauces. Yeah, and they package it up nicely and it looks beautiful, and they tell you the story. That's why I love working with business owners, because they tell you the story. I can tell you the story of my business. The story of my business is I've been a psychologist, I've been a business coach since I was 8 years old, talking to men, my dad's clients, talking to my dad with his mental health issues, when he's happy, when he has not happy, being his best friend and his psychologist and his, I don't know, punching bag. I can tell you my business story, and I can tell you where I've made mistakes and how I got out of those mistakes, setbacks, failures. Every time I talk to business owners who have these amazing businesses, like even just like I was talking to one business owner who makes a barbecue sauce. And I said, why do you make barbecue sauce? He's here, an Australian guy. And I said, why barbecue sauce? He said, my grandfather used to barbecue in Australia, and he made his own sauce that his grandfather taught him. So I was like, oh, I need to move across the world. But what do I have? I'm a chef. Okay. But like, what is my special thing? I have my grandfather's barbecue recipe. He's literally got like 4 restaurants now just from barbecue sauce. Because when he came here, he started selling this barbecue sauce or something, and he was like, "Oh, there's no barbecue burger joint, ribs, stuff like barbecue stuff." And so he had his magic sauce from Australia, and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to start a barbecue place, and I'm going to make some burgers, and I'm going to make some chicken, and put my barbecue sauce on my chicken." And now it's becoming big. There's locations all across. I said, wow. From a recipe, a simple recipe from his grandfather, whose grandfather gave it to his father, and his father gave it to him. And the happy times that they had together, this guy was telling me they remember the happy times was because they were barbecuing together. So poverty is not real. It's a story. Every single parent has given their child some kind of inheritance. Your inheritance is not money. Your inheritance are the struggles and the prayers of your ancestors. When you can figure out those struggles and those prayers and how to be the solution to those struggles and those prayers answered, and you can be the answer to those prayers, you will never be in poverty, ever. How can you be in poverty? Your grandfather gave your granddad something, your father something, and your father gave you this thing. It's your job to figure out how to make it happen. Or you can sit and say, oh, I come from poverty. Oh, my parents were so poor. Oh, everything like no, it's not true. The universe is not poor. We cannot count the stars. From abundance we come, in abundance we remain. We cannot count the stars. You cannot count the leaves. When I'm stuck in a poverty consciousness thing, maybe poverty of ideas, poverty of not really money. I don't really have poverty of money. I have poverty of ideas. When I have poverty of ideas, I have poverty of money. I have money problems when I have poverty of ideas. And usually, for me, it's usually I've let people into my life who don't believe in themselves. Because then every time I give them an idea or every time I share an idea, they're like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. No, 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 it's not going to work. And then I start betraying myself. And then I start disappointing myself. That's when my money problems start. Everybody is like this. Everybody's like this. That's why I'm like big with boundaries. If I tell you something once and you say, no, 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 it's not going to work, but I can see that you've got problems, and I'm telling you that this thing can help you get out of your problems, and I'm giving it to you. I'm like, listen, let's work together. We'll both make money together. And you're telling, I leave you there. Honestly, because the poverty cycle is a mental thing. It has nothing to do with money. It's mental. I'm telling you the truth of the truth. When I have a poverty of ideas and do not know how to connect the dots, my money problems are something. Honestly, they are something. So that's why I'm very conscious of like sharing my ideas with people, how I'm going to do something, because we are all at different realms of consciousness. But I am willing to share how to get out of the poverty cycle. The poverty cycle, to get out of it, is just to forgive yourself that you even believed that there was such a thing called poverty. It's not true. But I'm living it, Tammy. I cannot pay my bills. I have no food in the fridge. I have no money for school fees. Okay, that is a fact. It is not the truth. We experience facts right now based on our thinking. Truth remains. We cannot count the grains of sand at the beach. A healthy tree will bear fruit season after season after season. You can take that fruit to the market and get money. But if you're not planting now, how do you expect to reap 3 months from now, to reap 9 months from now, to reap 18 months from now? We live on planet Earth. You must plant to reap. If you want to get out of the poverty cycle, you have something inside of you, even if it's just to go buy seeds. And you take those seeds and you plant them and say, I'm going to have enough tomatoes. I'm sorry, no matter what tomatoes, I'm definitely going to have. And when I figure out how to make these tomatoes and take these tomato paste and take this tomato sauce, I'm going to find some people who are going to buy my tomatoes. And you goddamn have confidence in yourself because, yo, man, I've saved $100 or however amount of money. Now you have something you can go share with women and say, listen, woman, let's get together and plant tomatoes. Yeah, woman, instead of sitting there watching soap operas and gossiping, let's start a tomato garden here. And we can take these tomatoes. Yeah, woman, we can package them, make them pretty, put beautiful branding on these tomatoes. Yeah, woman, we can become billionaires. Now women can become billionaires packaging tomatoes together, making tomatoes. Yes, you're going to have dirty nails, but like when you become a billionaire, you can always go and get your nails cleaned and put nice nails varnish, but you still need to go out there as a woman and dig and do your tomatoes because you need to be engaged with the Mother Earth so that she can teach you the truths about life. There is no lack. Poverty is not a real thing. It's a mental construct. It's an idea. The tomato doesn't know about poverty. The tomato knows that I need to self-actualize and get into my $1 billion industry. It has nothing. What the hell? Have you ever heard a tomato say there's human beings cannot afford to eat tomatoes because there's a recession, because people don't have money. People will figure out how to get money to buy a tomato, whether there's a recession or whether there's abundance of money. You know what I mean? So this idea of poverty is a lie. But I'm experiencing it's a lie. You have a poverty of ideas and maybe a poverty of self-confidence, but we can work on that. Because what? You are a good person. So you start with, I forgive myself for even believing that poverty is truth. It's not truth, it's a fact. And facts can be changed. Facts can be changed, yes. The truth is, if I put tomato seed here, in maybe 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to have tomatoes. Truth? Yes. Is that truth? Yes. If I take care of my tomato plant, is that truth that I'll have some tomatoes that I can go sell? Yeah, that's true. Okay. So if I can sell these tomatoes, maybe sell 60 tomatoes and eat 60 tomatoes, how much money can I make if I sell tomatoes? I don't know. Maybe I can make, I don't know, $30, $40. Okay, great. So then I can take the money from the tomatoes and buy some bread, the money that I make from the tomatoes and buy some bread. Or maybe buy some other seeds and more tomato seeds. What a novel idea. So now I can buy tomato seeds, I can buy cabbage seeds, and I can buy cucumber. In a year, you could have this huge garden, all these women getting together, all these men getting together, all the children getting together, getting sunshine D, all planting their tomatoes, and they can make so much money. So is poverty really a thing? No, it's not truth. It's a fact because nobody teaches us. You need to plant every single season. You've got to be planting. If 6 weeks from now you want to eat, you've got to plant now. If 18 months from now you want to eat, you've got to plant now. If you're not planting now, you can't arrive at 18 months, 9 months, 3 months with something. What are you planting every single day? And it also goes here for the mind. What are you planting every single day? Oh, I don't know. It's not going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't see the possibilities. Oh, these people have scammed me. Oh, life is so difficult. Everybody rejects me. Everybody betrays me. What are you planting in your mind? Poverty of good connections of people that want to work with you? Poverty of good opportunities, poverty of great ideas, poverty of self-esteem, poverty of you can't. Nobody wants to work with somebody who's like, oh, life is so bad. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Oh, because when anytime you work with these people, you feel depressed because they are so depressed. Oh, even it doesn't matter how hard I work. It just never works out. You know, the best book I read was no, not the best. Okay, that's over exaggerating. I'm becoming American now. But one of the best books I've read is Think and Grow Rich. I don't care what anybody says about Napoleon Hill, but Think and Grow Rich was one of the best books that I read. One of the many best good books that I've read because it says go above and beyond. Because everybody likes to be mediocre. I don't know. It's an illness. Everybody loves mediocrity. When you go above and beyond, yeah, you're gonna be taken advantage of now and then. But damn man, damn woman, you will never be poor. Because some people just like dig, 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 dig till here, and then when they oh, there's no gold, there's no gold. Let me go start something new. They don't keep on digging, 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 digging. And people, I think chosen ones and visionaries and stuff like this, you've had such a hard life, you've had so many setbacks and disappointment that you're like, no, if I trust something, I'm just gonna keep digging, 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 keep investing in more material to dig. Let me go to more conferences. Let me sit on this idea and dig, 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 and then you're boom, gold. And then you can help. You can escape the poverty cycle for all of your lifetimes, and you can help other people and understand how. Not give them money, not help them, not give them anything. A job maybe. And if you don't show up at your job and don't do it right, you're gonna get fired. These are the rules here. Umthetho. You must put in. You can't steal. You like I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. Poverty consciousness is because of theft consciousness. People who come to work and don't give their very best. That's why I'm like, please read Think and Grow Rich. Not every concept in that book is applicable, but one of the concepts is just go above and beyond. Don't be mediocre. Just go on above and beyond. You will get people that will take advantage of you because they think, oh, she's stupid. Why does she want to do all the work? But you're going to be the smartest one. I'm starting to realize that, oh my God, all those days I was reading instead of going to the nightclubs, all those days that I was meditating, all those days that I was just sitting at home doing boring stuff when other people were doing fun stuff, it was an investment. And now, sure, decision making, I'm like, thank God. Thank God. If you plant now, you don't know when you're going to need that information. A book you read now could be the answer to your prayers 10 years from now. A class you take 20 years, 20 years ago can be what gets you out of jail 20 years later. Invest your time in good books. Invest. If you're not going to watch movies and you're a person who likes story, to be told story, no problem. If books are too hard for you to read, but I do encourage people to read because books activate both hemispheres of the brain. But if you're a story person, watch movies about how people overcame depression, anxiety, poverty, uh, heartbreak, because those movies keep saying, listen, they keep going, keep going, keep going. There's hope, there's hope, there's hope, there's hope. To get out of the poverty cycle, the best way I would actually encourage you to get out of the poverty cycle, if you truly want to get out of the poverty cycle forever, is go buy some tomato seeds and plant them and nurture them and take care of them. Your mind will change. You'll be like, if I actually nurtured these tomatoes and I grew 100 of these tomatoes, these tomato plants, who can I be? How much money can I make? Oh my God, just freaking tomatoes. You can escape the poverty cycle. Because you know what? I can tell you the truth. I've been around men who didn't even know how old they were. They couldn't even write their names. These people were multimillionaires selling vegetables. Tomatoes. They didn't even know their name. Well, they knew their name, but they don't know how to write. In the world of Western universities and Western academics, these sorts of people would be considered illiterate, but they're not illiterate. They're the smartest business people that I know, because I'm like, damn man, this person is not poor, just selling tomatoes. Like, what the hell? I'm not even that smart. I'm not a multi millionaire just selling tomatoes. I had to go to school and do all sorts of these other things. This man just made money selling tomatoes. These were my dad's clients and my dad's friends. But poverty is not real. It's not real, because you can buy, literally, it's not expensive to buy a seed of tomatoes, a packet of seeds of tomatoes. It's like $2, less than a Starbucks coffee. If you're actually buying like organic high grade ones, maybe like $10. But that $10 is an investment, and you're going to get some tomatoes from that, and you're going to save some money. You can pay your phone bill or something to that effect. I promise you, try it. But when your consciousness changes, it shifts forever. You will never be broke. Every time you are broke, you'll be like, huh, is there an idea? Tomato seed, tell me tomato seed. Because you've seen it with your own eyes. You are a part of building, or not building, but like helping nurture this tomato seed. And now when you're eating the yummy tomato, these tomatoes are so good. Oh, and you start selling them to your neighbors as tomato paste, there's tomato sauce, and people are like, yo, your tomato sauces are so good. Yo, wow, these tomatoes are so fresh. How is, and you say, oh, it's organic. And I pray for my tomatoes. I pray for my plants. I literally pray for my plants. I talk to my plants. Okay, I sound crazy, I don't care. But like I pray for them and they grow. If I don't pray for my plants, they fizzle out. So you can pray for your tomatoes. And when people ask, why is your tomato so good? You be like, yo, I pray for my tomatoes. People think you're crazy, but they'll still buy your tomatoes because they're fresh. You can get out of the poverty cycle. There's no such thing as poverty. There's no such thing as poverty. We just have a poverty of ideas, and that's okay. Forgive yourself for not knowing. It's okay. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You are a good person, right? Right. You are a good person. You just didn't know. And you just believed an idea that's not true. But now you know the truth. Ha! There's no such thing as poverty. Because I can take my $5 instead of eating a McDonald's, instead of drinking coffee, instead of doing whatever, and I can just plant my tomatoes and see. Maybe this crazy woman knows what she's talking about. 6 weeks from now, I'm going to have tomatoes. I don't know. Let me try it and see. It's going to change your mind. Once your mind is changed, you can never go back to poverty. Because you're like, this is truth. Yo, this is real, real. Honestly, this is real, real. And I'm eating the tomato. What else can your mind think of? What else? What other great idea can your mind have? Just start with the tomatoes. Plant some seeds. Just some seeds and watch it grow and help it grow. Water it, nurture it, do what you need to do. It will even help you with stress relief. If you're really stressed out, when you start planting and getting involved with the earth and all of this, it helps you with stress relief. You'll come up with other ideas because the tomato seeds speak. They speak, they know how to speak. They will give you ideas. And you're going to have tomatoes and good food. And you can even sell that stuff. What can you create? I believe in you. That's why I'm sharing these tomato seed things. You can get out of poverty. There's no such thing. It's just getting out of the poverty idea and the poverty mindset by just questioning everything you believe and saying, no, 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 no. If it's not, it's a fact. Yes, I'm living the pain right now. But the truth is, no. If I just plant some tomato seeds, I can have a lot of tomatoes and I can actually make money. I can just start off small like this. Small like this. What else can I? Because every big business, every big thing starts off very small. It starts off very small. So be willing to start off very small. It's okay. We all must start off somewhere. And as you keep trusting yourself and forgiving yourself, you're going to realize, oh my God, I can create anything with my mind. I just need to trust myself through the process. And it's going to be difficult, but it's okay. Just start with a tomato seed and let the tomato seed teach you. Let it be your teacher. Instead of me, teacher Tembi, let the tomato seed teach you. And as you watch the tomato seeds over a 6 to 8 week period, be like, these things are real. They are real. Your brain will change forever. You will never have problems with money again. I swear to you, you won't. Because every time you have a problem with money, you'll just go to your tomato seeds and tell me tomato. Okay, so let's do our meta. I know that was a lot, right? It's like truth is simple, but very difficult to comprehend. Truth is simple, but sometimes very complicated and to comprehend because the mind likes to create stories. Stories. Okay, so let's do our meta. Palms up, ego down. Well, not the ego, but the egoic stories that keep us confused. You know, the egoic stories. Palms up. Breath. Ah, You are entitled to sigh if you want, okay? Just sigh, let out the breath. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from all ignorance. May all beings be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Togos, togos, togos. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy. And I believe in you. You are a good person. You are a good person. There's no need to try to escape the poverty cycle. Poverty is not a truth. Please help yourself by downloading the Radical Self-Forgiveness, forgiving yourself for even believing that the poverty cycle is a truth, and then buy some seeds and plant your tomatoes and just do an experiment and see how much you get. There is abundance in the universe. One few tomato seeds can give you abundance. Once you start practicing this and your brain starts seeing this every day, you're like, sure, I believed a lie. And it's okay to forgive yourself for believing a lie. Even if you're experiencing the hardships of lack and poverty, but once you start to train your brain with the truths of Mother Nature, you start to realize, oh, I can stop believing rubbish. I can stop believing this. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't make me feel good. I am always stressed out. I don't want to believe this anymore. I'm sorry. I don't want to believe this, but I'm going to do my forgiveness work. Because if I forgive myself for believing a lie, then I can give myself permission to believe the truth. The truth is, we can all, 8+ billion people on planet Earth, can all take a breath at the same time and there'll still be enough oxygen. We can all drink water. Okay, some places there isn't enough water, but just oxygen, it's free. Free. If that is free, ideas are free to help other people have better lives, and you sort out their problems and they pay you, and your poverty will end. I hope this has helped you. I'm going to go drink my teas and then go to bed. I am so grateful I finished my work. Oh my goodness. So proud of myself. Please don't forget to be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Being proud of yourself is a good thing. Remember this, being proud of yourself is a good thing. You are entitled to say, I am proud of myself. I am a good person and I did some good things today and I planted some good seeds and I know that I'm going to reap. I am a good person. Okay? Remember to be good, love yourself, and accept yourself just as you are, and just get better. You can only get better. You can only get better. You can only get smarter. You can only get wiser. You can only get sexier. You can only get richer. You can only get smarter and happier. Okay? You can only go up from here. Let's go up. Bye.